Hello, I am here to talk to you about Twilight Hauntings by Angie Sage. This follows the story of Alex, who lives in a kingdom where once there were magicians and enchanters who would pull off these amazing feats of magic. But one day, the king gets a prophecy that an enchanter's child is going to kill him. So he decides to round up all of the enchanters and all of their children, and he is going to execute them, he's going to imprison them, he's going to get rid of them however he can. He even cons one of the enchanters into creating these magical creatures called hauntings that are able to focus specifically on people with magic in their blood and just go after them and try to attack them. Now, Alex, when her parents were fleeing for their lives, they put her into the arms of a normal, non-magical woman. And this woman has raised her since childhood. And she's given her a place to live, but she's treated her more like a servant than a daughter. And so she's lived in this safe walled town without any hauntings in it. And she's getting by. And the one kind of bright spot in her life is her adopted foster brother, her younger brother, who she really loves, and she loves watching him. And she also has one clue to her past, and that's this deck of magical hex cards that she can use to predict the future. But if anyone catches her using those cards, she's in big trouble because the king is still out to get everyone of magical blood. And so one day, one of her foster sisters turns on her and reports her to the city's law enforcement that they are harboring someone who has magic in their blood. And so Alex is forced to flee the city with her younger foster brother. And for the first time, she's out of the protected walls of the city, and she's in the area where these hauntings try to kill anyone with magical blood. So she has to survive on her own. She meets some new friends. She encounters some old enemies and all of these magical hauntings that are trying to get her. And she's trying to figure out what happened in her past, who are her parents, and what can she do to survive into the future. So if you like a fantasy adventure novel, then this is a great one for you. It is called Twilight Hauntings by Angie Sage.